Hello, my name is James, and welcome to Mirror Domains. And I thought I would quickly run down some movie news headlines today, just to see if I can get back into the swing of things. And yesterday, Mortal Kombat released the first 7 minutes of the movie online. And I'm not going to react to it because I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike, because it is actually part of the movie. It is the first 7 minutes, and it basically runs down the feud between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, Bi-Han and Hanzo Hasashi. And it looks like it's them back when they're younger, without the actual costumes on. Like before that, this is like the beginning of the feud. And it's shot beautifully. I like the character interactions of Scorpion's family there, played by Hiroki Sanada. Hiroki Sanada, I believe is the way you pronounce it. Guys, check it out if you. It doesn't really spoil anything. I mean, we know that Sub-Zero and Scorpion don't like each other, so this is just kind of like them establishing that. You don't even get to see them fight, so it just leads up to that. So I like the way that played out. It sets the nice tone for the fact that, yeah, we're going to be watching a Mortal Kombat movie, but there's going to be a little bit more substance. There's going to be a little bit more layering to it. And I like that. I felt like that was really cool. I would say go ahead, check that out. Now, there are tons of movie news sites out there, and I'm just going to pick one today that has most of the juiciest headlines on it that we'll walk through. And I'll pull it up here on the side from Joe Blow, where they got a couple of juicy headlines up here that we'll take a look at. Oh yeah, if you were a fan of the Sonic movies, the Sonic movie that came out, I guess Knuckles is going to be in part 2, and they put a little image of them working with him on set. Now, I'm guessing this is what he's going to mostly look like, but they posted this on somebody's Twitter of just like the stand-in cutout of Knuckles on the set. And I mean, those are just there for the actors to realize, okay, this is where the character is going to be, and this is what, where the eye lines are going to be. And of course, we see Marsden there, James Marsden on the set. It is what it is. You know what? It's not going to wow me. It's not going to wow people to watch the views. But just if you saw it, I saw it, and we can share that. Some other juicy headlines that jumped out at me. John Cena declares himself the greatest Fast and Furious adversary. Well, you know what? Oh, whatever. Werewolves Within had a trailer this morning. I watched that trailer. It has Milana Vaintrub. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but she's like in those AT&T commercials. It's very B-movie-esque. Very B-movie. But I am interested in her work. She is an interesting actress that I wish could break through, and I want to see more from that. Michael Keaton returns as Batman, confirmed for The Flash. Yes, there was concerns that he might pull out because he didn't want to get infected with COVID. He was concerned about the set and if they could do it all safely, but it looks like he's going to be there, and that's cool, man. I like that. Lobo, David Bautista interested in taking on the DC Comics property. Interesting. What do you think about that? That seems to be trending. That could be a good fit, I think. He's got definitely the physique for it. It really depends on what kind of range the emotions they want from the character. And Dave Bautista is developing nicely as an actor, so interesting. I could buy that. Mortal Kombat film reboot was written as start of a trilogy, says co-writer. Well, yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's a Mortal Kombat. You want to turn it into a series because there's lots of lore that they can draw from many, many characters with Outworld and everything like that. There's so much they can mine from the lore of Mortal Kombat. Yes, it could easily turn into a trilogy, and that would be cool if it was. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, has earned an R rating. Well, yeah, that makes sense. It's a horror movie, and it's in the Conjuring universe. I want to see some scary stuff, man. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be bloody, but it could be gruesome. Oh, I like that. The Mandalorian, Rian Johnson is dying to direct an episode. Yeah, this came out that people have quoted him saying that he was interested in directing a Mandalorian episode, and all the haters out there have posted their videos saying that he shouldn't be allowed near it whatsoever. And the way I stand on it is this: he was not going to be writing the episode, right? He's only going to be directing it, so he still has to maintain a strict adherence to what Filoni and Favreau are doing. I wouldn't hate it, and if they ever try to get his trilogy off the ground, he's got to win back the audience, the Star Wars audience, or at least the hardcore fans. The casual fans don't really care. Okay, so let's just read on some other stuff here. I don't know. Streets of Fire, Steinman. Rest in peace, man. The Suicide Squad is completely finished, says James Gunn. Yeah, he made a post on his Twitter that it was done. It's all edited. And it's just sitting there, of course, because it was supposed to come out last year. So they had an extra couple months to work on it. It's finished now. And there's no plans to release it early because we're still getting the machine up of running the theaters. And Canada just got hit with another big lockdown in its major markets. So, keep with the release schedule. Don't push it forward. Mad Max spin-off Furiosa will be Australia's biggest production ever. Really? That spin-off, Chris Hemsworth is joining the Furiosa spin-off with Anya Taylor-Joy playing the younger Furiosa, which is really interesting to me. Aquaman 2 ready to make a sweaty return as Ocean Master. Cool. He was one of the highlights of the first movie. Stranger Things 4 may not come out until 2022. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I think most of it's shot, right? I haven't heard of a confirmation yet that they finished production. But, yeah, I could see that getting pushed. It was slated for later in the fall this year, but due to everything going on, I could see that getting pushed, which is a bummer, but okay, is that it? That's got to be it, right? Emilia Clarke is joining Secret Invasion. That's cool. People think that she might be playing Spider-Woman or something like that. That would be interesting. She's definitely got the looks for it. But there was one last article here I want to end out on over on Coming Soon. I'll pull this up here. And it's going to be a minor one, but for me, I found myself thinking about it. Universal sets Lucifer's Aimee Garcia and AJ Mendez to pen 47 Ronin sequel. 47 Ronin, that was with Keanu Reeves. And I liked it, but it wasn't very well received. It actually bombed at the box office. So what are you doing? Something that bombed at the box office, you want to make a sequel? And that's why I wanted to talk about this. No, I don't know these two women and their works. If they want to write a sequel or a script, go ahead. You know what? All power to you. But, I mean, why would you want to tie it to something that's not a proven franchise? Just make a story and not call it, or don't tie it to 47 Ronin. But let's just read a little bit more into this. Okay, so they're on to pen the script, and this was according to Deadline. They want to blend martial arts, horror, cyberpunk, and action. That was inspiring, and we'd like to thank the team for being supportive. As creators of color, we're honored to be part of a modern, multicultural story with powerful female leads. So they want to make it 47 Ronin with females. Okay. Would that really be a sequel? Maybe it's the wives that get together and fight. I don't know. Whatever. That's not my big issue. And I know there's going to be videos out there that'll be all the haters videos out there that will rant about it being a female 47 Ronin. I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me at all, as long as the story is good. But as I said, the first movie, grossed only $151 million on a $175 million budget. And this is where I really wanted to talk and analyze this, because, guys, it lost money. Why would you put that much money into something that's probably not going to get that back? So if I were to ever greenlight a movie about this, if it only made $151 million, I would say that the budget would have to be at least 1/4 that, if not less. And you would have to really shrink the actual production costs because of that. You're not going to be able to get away with all the things that they did with the Keanu Reeves version. And as I said, that wasn't very well received with all the mystical stuff, the dragons, and it didn't hit the mass public on the way that they wanted it to. And I would say if the first one only made 151 million, you would have to set your budget very low to make sure that I would be expecting that 151 million back for the sequel, but it's probably not going to make that. So I was just thinking about this, what is an episode of The Mandalorian? I looked that up. How much is The Mandalorian per episode? And that's about 30-40 minutes, right? So you say maybe three episodes of The Mandalorian, and they're saying 15 million there. Screen Rant said that it's 12.5 million per episode. They just took a season and they divided it by 8, and that's how they came up with it. But I would say 15 million an episode, so I would say that's 3 episodes, 45 million. I would say 45 million is the most that I would ever put into a 47 Ronin sequel. 45 million at the most, which means I would tell the production team, you've got 36 million to make this movie. And that's very constraining. But if they used Mandalorian technology with the sets not being there, like that new technology where they're standing on an actual stage and the background's projected, if you can do it like that, then it's possible. And don't hire the hugest actors out there. Find some really niche actors that can pull that off. You can make it happen for 36 million with a budget of 45 million there to make sure that if there's any over budget, then you're ready for it. It can be done, but who knows. Anyway, that's the way that the movie news has been today. I feel like this is just me trying to get back into it. Let me know what you thought about some of these headlines in the comments below, and let's continue on.